Welcome to the Salt Podcast. Welcome back for another week. Good to be back. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you.
It's been a while since we've seen you.
Yeah, it has. Nearly a term, I think. So it's good to be back.
There's been a progression of hairstyles. You had like a normal hairstyle, then a whack mullet, and now no hair.
Yeah, look, it's pretty easy to just, it's good fun,
Maybe next time you won't have a beard. And then the time after that, no eyebrows.
No, I like my eyebrows.
Okay, yeah.
I think they're staying better.
I'm interested to see what happens. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We'll keep it posted.
Well, let's launch straight into the game.
Yeah, totally.
We're playing Guess Who because it's identity. I have a biblical character in mind. You've got 20 questions max to guess it. Hamish smashed it a couple of weeks ago. He did it in 8.
That's okay.
The worst we had was last week with Andrew with 15.
15?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But he also asked like 3 or 4 questions that he really didn't need to ask.
Right,
so
okay.
We'll see how you go. What's your first question?
Okay, it's a biblical character.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Andrew asked me last week. First question: are they in the Bible?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's a good start. Are they in the Old Testament?
No.
Are they male?
Yes.
Are they an apostle?
Yes. It's going well.
Paul?
No.
Peter?
No.
John?
No.
One of the big 3?
Maybe?
James?
Yeah.
Who's James?
7.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, does maybe count as a question? No. 7.5. Yeah, 7.5.
Still better than Hamish. I'll take that. As long as it beat Hamish, I'm happy.
Well done. New champion.
Thank you.
Yeah. James, brother of Jesus. Well done. Far out. It was so quick.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Now, this Friday, it's going to be double up, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
You're going to be preaching for us. What is the passage that we'll be going through?
Yep, so I'll be preaching, and Hamish and Susan are also preaching to different groups. We're going to be preaching on Hebrews 9, 27 and 28 is the plan at this point.
So good. Yeah.
You see if it changes, but you'll know if you turn up on Friday and we're not preaching that. But that's the plan at this point. So,
is there any context that will be helpful for this passage? Things we should know? Yeah,
Hebrews is it's a cracker of a book. Really recommend reading it if you're kind of not reading anything. Get into it. It's a great book. Reminding us that, particularly looking at the Old Testament, that there's lots of things that the Jews tried to find salvation and fulfillment in, and ultimately they all sucked compared to Jesus. And it's a great message for us because, everything we can try to put our hope in is just not worth comparing to Jesus. He's something that is better and that is lasting when the things of this world aren't. So that's kind of the big idea of the book.
So good. Well, how about I read the passage then?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Hebrews 9, 27 to 28 says, "Just as man is destined to die once, and after that to face judgment, so Christ was sacrificed once to take away the sins of many people, and he will appear a second time, not to bear sin, but to bring salvation to those who are waiting for him." What would be good to know from that passage, Josh? Yeah,
look, it's a great passage. I'm really looking forward to talking about it. I think one of the cool things about this passage is it's just so blasé about death. Just as men are destined to die once, death isn't something that our world likes to talk about anymore. We try to hide it away. We try, avoid it as long as possible in terms of talking about it, or even ourselves, our lives are kind of a goal to try to avoid it as long as possible. But the Bible doesn't speak that way about death. It's very matter of fact about it. It's you will die, which is a bit of a downer for the Salt Podcast. Sorry about that, but it's true, and I think that's I think that's worth kind of considering, and worth kind of bringing your mates along to consider, because we can often go about our lives just kind of thinking, "Oh, yep, everything's going to be fine." Invest our time and our energy and what we really do care about into things that ultimately we're going to die and we can't take them anywhere after we die. And so, but the great hope of this verse is that, so Christ was sacrificed once and all to take away the sins of many, and he will appear again to bring salvation for those who are waiting. Just a cracking hope. It's a big blue to start with, that, we're facing death and judgment, and you need to be ready for that. But the way that you get ready for that is just putting your faith completely in Jesus, who's already done all the work to get you ready. So, yeah. I'd really encourage you guys to bring your friends along. It's just such a good verse for them to hear and really challenge the way that the world's thinking. It's good for us. It's good for them. I'm ready. I'm keen. It'll be good.
Yeah, because everyone dies eventually.
Absolutely.
And who faces the judgment? Is it just Christians that face judgment?
I don't think so. I think it's everyone.
Yeah. What's the judgment for?
The judgment, the judgment is for, you look at later down that verse, for our sins. Christ was sacrificed to take away the sins of many, and he will appear again a second time not to bear sin. So sin's something that we would be judged for, and that every person has done. Every person's turned their back on God. They don't live with him as the boss of their life anymore. They want to do it their own way, but that's not right, because God made us and he deserves to be treated as king because he is and he's creator. But we reject that, and that's a problem. And death is one of the consequences of that. But Jesus has come to bear that sin, the punishment for that sin, so that we don't have to anymore. Just pretty cracking. Yeah.
So for our non-Christian friends, they're the ones that are going to face this judgment, except they face judgment without Jesus.
That's right.
They're going to be standing before God when Jesus returns, and they're going to have to give an account for the way that they've lived.
That's right.
And without Jesus, the only thing that's waiting is punishment, is hell, death forever. Which is terrifying. It's terrifying to think that the people we love and care for are going to experience that if their faith isn't in Jesus. So what a strong encouragement for us to be inviting friends to Salt. Not that inviting them then saves them or means that their faith suddenly is in Jesus, but it provides an opportunity for them to hear of the hope that's in Jesus. And the talk on Friday night, as well as chatting in SAP groups, lots of these will be opportunities for people to learn about Jesus, to put their faith in Jesus, which has eternal significance. Yeah, so I'd really, really encourage you and invite your mates along so they can hear this great news. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, also on Friday night, in a less serious but still fun way, we have the Friday Challenge.
Yes.
Didn't know where I was going with that.
I didn't know, I was confused. That's all right.
Now, we'll be doing some riddles for the Friday Challenge. I have a riddle for you, Josh.
Oh, dear.
These riddles are for kids, so it'll be fun to see how you go with it.
I suck at these. Anyway.
Well, Hamish didn't do very well.
Okay.
Andrew smashed it, so we'll see where you land. There's a bit of a range there, so we'll see how you go.
Andrew's the king of trivia, so it doesn't surprise me.
Now, what has many keys but can't open any doors?
Many keys, can't open any doors?
Any doors.
Piano.
Dude, smashed it. Well done. Guess we have an Andrew 2.0. Yeah.
I don't know about that. Mate, you see how quick his hair grew back? My goodness, it's like this long already. Mine's still...
How long's yours been going back?
I have cut it once. He's grew back so quickly. He was so bummed about it, and then, it was just straight back there. So,
funny.
He's got nothing to complain about.
Well, your riddle for Friday night is... I forgot it. Your riddle is, what has hands but doesn't clap? You know what the answer is?
Yeah.
Don't say it.
Okay.
Wouldn't want to spoil it.
I don't actually know the answer.
Oh, okay. Confidence.
Yeah, that's right.
So if you come up to Josh on Friday night after 7:20, and you tell Josh the answer to the riddle, then you get a big favourites box.
I just figured it out, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well done.
I won't tell
That's
you.
good. That'll be helpful for Friday night.
Yeah, that would help. I could just say that and I'd have no...
Last week we had one of Year 8 boys. He won it. He went up to Andrew and told him the answer. The answer was... the riddle was what word is spelled wrong. And the answer is wrong. Yeah. So, but the riddles are getting a little bit harder. They're not as easy as they were before.
So fair.
Anyway, keen to see you on Friday night. Invite your friends along so they can come to hear the good news about Jesus, and answer the riddle for Josh. Yeah, help him out. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I need help. More ways than one.
Thanks for coming. See you next week.
See you next week.